Hi everybody, this is Laura, City Scrapper. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I have a layout that I made for a Punched Out Thursday to Die For. Now I have to start out this video by saying that I have some missing footage because the iPod that I film with slipped out of the holder in the stand that I use. I didn't even realize that the camera was slipping until I'd already completed the background. I simply took two pieces of 6 by 12 inch pattern paper. I attached them down to a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper. I used a Martha Stewart border punch and I punched out a lace border in pink cardstock for all around the edge. The collection that I'm going to be using here is called Bunnies and Blooms, and it's a Simple Stories collection. I used the pattern paper on the left from that collection, and then I used a piece of purple solid paper from my stash. The other side is a piece of pattern paper, and that's the B side. And then I did the same thing for the pink paper. I used a piece of pattern paper that had a solid pink B side. As I often do, I'm using a sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, Series 9. This is a sketch that was made by Scrappy Adam. This was from day 29 of the last series. The next series will be starting this Friday, so we'll have a whole new round of sketches to use. The embellishments that I use for this layout are from that Simple Stories Easter collection. The photos are cut to 4 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches, and I have them matted on some white cardstock. On this layout, I use a lot of the foam stickers from this collection, and then I also use some fussy cut pieces and some of the die cut pieces or the ephemera pieces. I have a foam sticker in the lower left-hand side. That's going to serve as my title. It says Happy Easter. I also put a sentiment underneath the bottom right-hand photo that says, Hey Bunny. And there's another sentiment on the top right-hand corner, and that says, Let's go on a hunt. I thought that was perfect for this layout. For the Hey Bunny sentiment, I layered together two different die-cut pieces. And the Happy Easter and the Let's Go on a Hunt, those are both foam stickers, as is the butterfly on the upper left-hand corner. On the upper left-hand corner, I put some sentiments that are from the Journal Bits embellishment pack. They say love, excited, and smile big. I reinforce them with some thick white cardstock, and then I pop them up on some fun foam. So to add a center element to the layout, you could see on the sketch there are stars going down the middle, but I decided I would put flowers. So to make those flowers, I fussy cut out a whole bunch of pink and yellow flowers from both 12 by 12 inch and 6 by 8 inch paper. That gave me a variety of sizes in both colors. And I'm just alternating the pink and the yellow and the different sizes until I like the arrangement. And then I used ATG adhesive and I attach those down. I didn't pop any of them up because I'm going to be layering some things on top of them. So I found this really cute little bunny, and so I'm popping that bunny up using some foam, and I am also using a foam carrot. I love the foam stickers that Simple Stories makes, so I thought that I would pop up the bunny to go along with the dimensional foam carrot. These photos that I'm scrapbooking today, these are of both of my daughters and my two nieces. We were having a Easter egg hunt in our backyard in 2015. I have to laugh. My daughter Julia put a safari hat on and she was just having a great old time. We love doing the Easter egg hunt. We finally stopped when the kids were employed and had jobs. Actually, I'm not sure that we stopped that year, but we eventually had to stop doing the Easter egg hunt because the kids were getting a little old for it. But those are really great memories. We absolutely loved filling up those eggs and having the kids go outside and find them. I added some more of the foam stickers. I added some Easter eggs, and then I also added a bird at the very top of the layout. Now I'm adding some photo corners to all the photos. I am using 4 different colors of pattern paper. I use my EK Success Photo Corner Punch. I'm using the same 4 colors on all the photos, so I thought that if I put the colors in different corners on each photo, they would at least look a little different. And I always use ATG adhesive to attach things to my photos. I don't like to use wet adhesive when I'm attaching something to the photos. I just know that I'll smear something and then the photos will have some adhesive on them. I had this set of puffy stickers, so I decided to add a butterfly to the top left, so there would be 2 butterflies there, and then add another butterfly to the bottom right. I also add a number of little tiny hearts. I have some puffy sticker hearts, and then I also have some foam hearts, and I like adding those little touches around the layout. I just think it adds a little bit of interest. I had this layout out on my desk for a little while, and I was thinking that I didn't like the way the purple and the pink look next to each other. I think that I wanted there to be a little bit more contrast between the background and the border strips. I used the same punch and I punched out another set of border strips. I cut them a little bit narrower than the pink strips. Then I layered the white strips on top of the pink strips, but of course offsetting the white a little bit so that you could still see the border of the pink strip, and I ended up liking that much better. Once I had all of those strips of paper in place, I used my scissors, and when I had a border that was going over the edge, I trimmed those borders back a little bit. Next, I wanted to add some pearls to the photo corners and a few other places on the layout. So I started off with the photo corners. I'm using a medium-sized pearl. I was thinking of using enamel dots, but I think there's enough color, enough variety of color on the layout, so I decided that I would just use the pearls because they add a little bit of dimension and a different texture, but they are a neutral color. I add some more pearls a little later on, but first I wanted to add a little something to the large flower cluster going down the center. To do this, I used a die cut that I made using an Elizabeth Craft Designs die, and I absolutely love this die because I can cut out a whole branch with just one cut, and then I can cut that branch into a whole bunch of little pieces and use it to embellish my layouts. And I didn't want a lot of branches. I just wanted to add a little touch because that cluster in the center is very busy as it is, but I wanted to bring a little white into it, and I also wanted to add a little bit of a wispy floral element. So I cut that branch into teeny tiny little pieces, and I'm just tucking them into a few different places in the cluster. I will often individually die cut branches. I really don't mind taking the time to do that, but I have to say that when I used this branch, I was surprised by how much time I was able to save by just having to cut it once. I'll put the information for this die in the description box. I'm not sure if it's still available from Elizabeth Craft Designs, but it's a good one to have. I'm glad that I have it in my stash. After I added a number of stems to the layout, I went back in with my pearls and I added some very, very tiny pearls to the foam and the puffy hearts that I had already placed on the layout. Those tiny pearls are so tiny, I sometimes have trouble picking them up and placing them where I want them, but I was able to eventually get them onto those hearts. And then I added just a few more pearls. I put a slightly larger pearl on the 2 foam flowers that I had on the layout, and then I put another one on the heart next to the Hey Bunny sentiment. And that completes this layout. Here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it. Please take a look in the description box. You'll find the links to the channels of the other A Punched Out Thursday to Die For collaborators. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.